Welcome back to Glacial Awakening, and today it's time to do a bit more automation. First of all, outside we have, well, aside from where our cow is, outside we've got some improvements suggested by commenters. Particularly, these things are going to be sat here, and every time they generate a crystal, that tree is going to break them, and they'll head over here towards our hopper. Similarly, over on the hopper, I've moved the gravity block underneath the hopper, and the hopper is now going sideways into this, which will start putting stuff, well, it means I don't need a curtain wall. Basically, they'll get dragged towards it, and on top of it, no matter which direction they're actually facing. So, pretty handy. Nice little improvement there. You'll see there's already 9 crystals there, and we've got 262 mysterious dust, so I'll take some of those indoors. And yeah, we should be good to go there. Alright, so aside from that really simple change, we're just going to go and finish off the build of the sieve. Now, I've done most of it. It's pretty much the same process you've seen before, so I don't need to, hopefully I don't need to go through that too much, but in case, we just need to finish off with some corrugate iron, and I need to actually put this one further back. The torch. I do want a little bit of room back here just in case I need to actually get in here, so I will leave a torch there, but otherwise, corrugate iron, corrugate iron, corrugate iron, corrugate iron, and then finally a machine block at the front. And it's happy. Okay, if it's happy, that means we can change this. Yep. And then I can knock out this wall here, and you'll see behind there is pretty much a giant sieve. So yeah. Now I did get warned about this, saying I'm going to need to go underneath here. So why don't we just do that now? And apparently I'm going to need to put hoppers underneath here. Or at least at this stage of automation I am. So let me just dig out the rest of this. Having done that, I'm going to just reverse it. I've turned it around because the power ports are on the back, and I've connected those up to the same cable we're using for everything else. It's powered by a single thermopile, and it seems to be filling these just fine. And there we go. So this thing will take in stuff that anything that can go into our unautomatable little sluice box over here. So that can go away, hopefully. Hopefully this other thing doesn't need water, otherwise we'll have to go and figure out an automated water source, but that's fine too. So I'll keep that sluice around just in case. But in here, for example, we can put in, do we have any gravel? Do I have any gravel? Do I have any here? Yeah, I do have some in here. Yes, this can make gravel and sand from cobblestone, so if you want some more, just dump it in there and it'll start generating it just fine. There we go. Yep. This thing cannot keep up permanently, so we want to do that in batches until we have perhaps more thermopiles or other mechanisms for that. However, if you put the gravel into here, as you might imagine, you're going to get flint out of it, and that's going to then process. And you start to see things appearing here in these 3 slots. If you pop down underneath, you'll see there are 3 slots here. So what we're going to do, I'm actually going to need 4. Well, I don't necessarily need 4, but yeah, let's just put a storage crate here, and then we'll just go backwards with 3 hoppers. And that should send everything to the storage crate, which means I shouldn't need to go under there anymore, other than for, you know, just needing to excavate stuff. So, but I will need a space in the floor if I do that. So that's something I may well move this forward one once I have another hopper. So that is then collecting all the flint. It's coming straight out of here. I did check under the others. They don't appear to have output sockets slots at the bottom like that. This one certainly doesn't have hydraulic press. So maybe this blue X is exactly where we get this from anyway. And then, of course, over here, you've got 2 output slots. And yeah, we have one on this side and one presumably on the other side. Oh, no, there isn't one on the other side. Okay. No, there isn't one there either. I'll need to go and check Magneticraft for those. Anyway, so we've got 3 machines up and running, and this hole in the floor is starting to annoy me. I think we can actually get that to be a little bit more automated. Not terribly much more, but at least more than this. And yeah, so how are we going to do that? So I've moved our equipment from here in the middle of the floor, where I keep on walking over it, down behind our grinder here. And you'll see we've got our same setup here with our grit vase. So I'm just going to see whether this actually works. You can apparently control what that tree is going to break by using trays. And I've put one that connected to it, and hopefully that's actually going to work. If not, then, well, it's going to start breaking stuff around here. So there, that's got the iron ore. And if I put in some mysterious fertilizer, let's see what it actually decides to break. No. Yep. Yep, that's broken just the iron ore, which is exactly what we want to happen. And of course, then we can decide where we want it. At this point, it could be anywhere, really. It would be nice if I could pull that without having this block in the way. Now, I can, of course, make one of those gravity blocks, but if it's behind there, that might not work. But if it's here, then it should drag it around both directions, hopefully. Or maybe even here, that might work better. So if we, let's say we put a gravity block 2 down and then have a hopper, and the hopper goes this way. Okay. Oh, that's going to not let me jump up. But you get the idea. We should be able to do that the same as outside. So I need to go and make another one of those gravity blocks. Now, this won't get those stuff placed for now, but it will get us sort of started in this whole process. But to make gravity blocks, they're a bit of a pain, unfortunately. We've got to make this heavy mix, and that means blaze powder. It's the blaze powder I'm more short of. So I need to go and make some more gunpowder and then get it set up from there. We do, however, need some way of getting... later on, we'll have something called a puller available, and it just basically spontaneously creates... ore out of nothing, but with some power anyway. But we don't have that just yet, so we have to do the same kind of rock core approach, I think. So we need probably some places and some way of interacting with those blocks eventually. For now, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to be able to put stuff down and then walk away, and it will pull into a chest that we can then maybe send this way towards our grinder. Okay, so I'm just going to go and get a few things ready. First of all, I just want to make sure I'm just put down the next set of rock cores. And good, that's nice and safe. And hopefully that should now work. So we can just pop up here, put in our shards, 1, 2, 3, 4. That should transform. This should break it. It should get pulled into that hopper, which has got a gravity block below it. And then it should just appear here. So we basically have the production sort of automated. Well, let's see. I don't want to get too close to this because I don't want it to... Yep, there goes 1. There goes 2. There goes 3. And where are they going? That's not quite so good. Unless my servers had some problems. Let's just have a look. Let me just grab a bucket from somewhere. Is this server having any issues, or is it just deciding to break things and they're disappearing? Yeah, I need to just go and quickly test something. So let's just put that down and break you. No, it's full working. Okay. I need to do a bit more investigation then. I found the iron. It was getting stuck underneath. There was basically electricity cable running by, and that means there's a small amount of space that the gravity block could pull it into. So I just moved it out here just for demonstration purposes. We're going to move it back inside once I find out where to get rid of all the spaces. Go away, Al132. There we go. So out here, we got the same thing again, and we've got the iron ore, so that can go right around here. And we can basically turn this thing on, which it should be. And if we then try this just by filling the blocks, so we just want a hopper going in here, and then we want the gravity block underneath, don't we? I think. Hopefully there isn't going to be any voids around to cause that kind of problem. There we go, and then we can just fill in this with just cobblestone. We shouldn't need anything else. Yeah, and then if we just test this, have we got anything in that? We've got nothing in that. That filter's set, so that has just transformed. Are you going to break? You are. But yep, it's going to pull down immediately. So we do need to make sure this whole floor is basically flat. That one may not count. Well, hopefully it's not going to count. Otherwise, I'll put the tray on this side. Let's try that again. So are you going to pull from this side and this side? That did not look successful. The only problem with this is it's a little bit temperamental. Whoops. That's not gonna work. Let's just put some more cobblestone down. Okay. How about now? Will you work? So there. No, it's definitely pulling down immediately rather than anything else. So I think the gravity block's going to have to be further away than that. So let me just relocate everything. And now with it a distance away, that at least seems to work a lot more reliably. Let's just put those 3 there and then 1 there, just as a test case. So that's all the blocks. You'll see them. There's no space for it to go down below, so they all get brought across into here. So that's the kind of setup, or at least the distance, at least. Maybe it'll work there, not there. So we need to get at least, you know, a couple of blocks away, just because this thing seems to break things and they seem to move. So I'm not going to worry about it for now. I'll move stuff inside afterwards. But that's the sort of block breaking approach we can use, just like we've got it over here, which is still producing stuff. How many crystals have we got now? We have got 45. Easy production to actually do. Okay, so from that, we actually want to go a little bit further. We want to create some other stuff. I want to create some core graphs, first of all. This should be a way of getting more ores out of our process. So for that, we need a grafting tray, which needs us to make basically a shard of the roots of life into some weathered azurite. And that's not a World of Warcraft thing. So, although it may well be as well. Maybe spelled differently. Anyway, we need some cobble. And let's get that graft tray going. Okay, and the graft tray, along with a tray, will get us a grafting tray. Allows the production of core grafts. Fill with water on a core, then place living branches around it. Now, living branches, you get, this is basically lifeless now, but when you first get the tree broken from the vases, you will get the living version of these. So what we might be able to do is set up one grit vase to break another grit vase. But I won't worry about it just yet. Let's just see if we can demonstrate grafting trays first of all. Have I got my bucket? Yeah, I am. I'm going to need to get some living souls. Do I still have that? Do I still have that living souls around somewhere in a block? No, I don't think I do. So living soul. Yeah, what was it actually from? Soul. Liquid souls, not living souls. So it's mysterious dust blocks, which we've got. We should have more than enough to actually do that. So let's just get 16 of those. And that's everything we need, apart from some more fertilizer, because we need to break that grit vase. And then that's going to be it to get started, I think. Let's just take a look at the book. So Book of the Well. Let's just go back. Here we are. So living branches, the purple versions. Any of the 8 spots around the grafting tray. And then it will turn the core. So we need a core in there, it looks like. Yep. And let's get the cores and let's get going, see if this will actually work. We'll just pop it down outside, somewhere near our concentrator, whatever it is. This. And let's just put, I don't know, let's just put it here. Why don't we do that? So on grafting tray. And then let's get that on the go. And then we'll just put a core in here. We need to fill it with some living or liquid souls, whatever we're going to call them. And that shouldn't take very long. Are you going to melt? While we're doing that, I'm actually just going to go and break this vase. Ugh, more dust. Break this vase, or rather the tree. Ugh. Do we have to break the vase every time? That's a bit annoying. I want to just break the branches. Oh, there we go. It's clearly transformed. So let's get that. Pop it in there. And then let's pop these things around it. Okay, that's all of them. At least all the sort of enchanted versions of them, whatever you want to call them. And then we need to just make more of that liquid, don't we? It looks like that's absorbed it all immediately. Okay, so I will carry on doing that process until it's absorbed all it can from the branches or until they run out. Yeah, I got this figured out a little bit better now. So if I just grab this and I'll demonstrate briefly, put these living branches around and it's within the 8 blocks surrounding this, and then you can put this in the middle, you put a rock core in and it absorbs everything. It turns into 8 grafts. That's important. So we just get another bucket, pop that in there as well. That will also convert over into another 8 and so on and so on. So you can just keep doing this and getting grafts. Now, if we just wait a little while, you'll see these will actually go dead very, very shortly. And this is variable. So what I think you probably want to do ahead of time is actually get the liquid part done, and then you can go and do the solid part later. So let's get you. And finally, if this will actually melt in time, we may be able to get the last bit of absorption from these branches before they depart. There we go. So that's that. Did it convert? Did it? No, it didn't. We have one rock core left. Never mind, we'll come back later. So if something's worth doing, it's worth overdoing. You know, that's just rule. Yeah, I think that looks suitable, doesn't it? Let's give it a try. So the point of grafting is that basically the cores will spread whatever you turn them into across to all of the grafts and every other graft that they're connected to. Yep, every other graft. So let's say we want iron the most than anything else at the moment. We can do this with diamond too, I guess, but let's just give it a try with iron and let's see if this actually works. So I've got 4 rock cores around this the sand as normal. Let's just put that on. That should start getting absorbed, well, changed over by the sand, I think. Shouldn't take very long to turn into iron if that's the case. The sand's right in the middle of those 4 blocks. And let me just, yeah, put the torch down. Oh, look, we've got, oh, yeah, iron. Quite a bit of iron. Thank you to the person who said in the comments, you should probably think about getting into rock grafts. So if I just grab this for a second and let's see if this will actually break things. Well, in fact, we can just put it back down. Yeah, we can put that that great vase back down here, and yeah, let's just put a piece of gravel back down there and grow it, and it should start breaking the iron. Yeah, which should start getting dragged sideways. Not sure what its range vertically is, but I'm just going to head inside to sleep. And when we come back out, we'll see how fast it's actually done that. Later on, later on we'll have other methods of getting ore. But for now, we have a large stack of iron to go and process. Yeah, so it's actually pulling or able to break blocks up to 9 above the ground level here. So I took it up to 11, and there's 2 more. There's 2 more blocks I'm going to need to break up there manually or move this thing up, but I don't need to worry about moving it up. And occasionally the blocks still get stuck in even in this 1 block space, which makes it rather hard to actually put down this without it basically getting trapped here otherwise. But if we just grab everything we got from here, we'll see I have 89 iron ore. From 1 rock core. Bear in mind that grafting process is manual. There's not much I can actually do about that at the moment, I don't think, but it is very, 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 very useful to actually do. So maybe you think about that for your own playthrough. In any case, I'm going to go dump this all into the grinder, and this should produce rocky iron chunks or something, and then we can put that through the sieve. So in there you go, and you can just start producing, please. Yeah, there we go. Iron rocky chunks. And the same thing is going to be true for other types of ores. And it does appear that the sentient cores that you make diamonds out of need their own type of grafts, presumably made from the sentient cores turned into sentient grafts, etc. So I've not tried them yet. We'll have to try in another. Yeah. Unfortunately, oh, do I have that? Yeah. I guess I could go and find that. What was it called? The thing that can basically silk touch everything. It's going to be in my chest here somewhere. It's like a separator or something like that. That may well help in here. There it is. Empowered displacer, not separator. And we'll use that to just add this to the filter I've got out there, and then that should let me. Yeah, you can not escape. That'll help me just let this be silk touched, and not have to worry about it then. So, and separate. Yep. There we go. So let's grab one of you, and you can now start breaking all of that. Cool. I like this a lot. It's actually just making lapis. Is it actually silk touching? It's not silk touching. Interesting. So it's silk touched diamond, but it's not silk touching lapis. Not that I mind. I mean, if we get the actual lapis out of it, don't care either way. But yeah, that's an easy way forward. And if you wonder why I'm doing lapis, yeah, sentient cores do need lapis. So that is useful to have. And of course, we've got quite a few now. So I like this approach a lot. So after the distraction of much ore outside, I'm going to do diamond. I'll report it in the next episode, if I can do anyway. Back here, we have our first batch of steel that is coming off. Yep, there is our first steel, which gets us this quest. No reward, sadly, but then we can head on down here and head to an alloy kiln. Now, the alloy kiln needs the quest needs 8 kiln bricks. And that's going to need some infused rock, which we made last episode. They're just skystone. You remember when we went out to that meteorite, and some refractory brick, and we can convert those into kiln bricks. Now, we're going to need 8 of those refractory bricks. I think we only have 6. I think I used them for that sort of version of pit burning. Yeah, we've got 6 there, so we need some more refractory brick. And that is, it's more of the slate lime again. Okay, so I'll make that more of that off camera, but in the meantime, we can probably make some of the alloy kiln bricks. Yeah, because I think I have everything. Oh, just the infused brick, or the infused, whatever they're called. These infused rock. Okay, that's 6 of the 8, and I just need a few more of the refractory bricks to get going. While that's being made up, in order to get diamonds, we're going to need sentient cores, remember, and sentient cores required us to go and collect the plants out there. I can't remember what they're called, but they're all around all over the place. You can go and collect those continually, but now that we have a way to basically get lots of lapis from shards, we also need a way to get glowstone. And there's a few different ways of getting it. Loot Fabricator is one of them, but we're nowhere near that yet. Block drops, obviously, if we had access to the nether, we could just get some glowstone that way. Witches, hello. Nope. So we've got to get other ways around it. Now, in Starlight Infusion, you can convert gunpowder into glowstone. We know we can get gunpowder from flint. That's one option. Natural altar is no help here. Combustion, well, we can sacrifice quite a lot of resources. But in here somewhere, once I find it, is let me go the other way around. Let me just find uses for this white brackish stone. In fact, no, it has to go through glowstone. Yeah, it has to go through, I think it's the crushing block. Yeah, so we can get glowstone from imprisoned light, which drops from charged light collectors. So if you look for light collectors from Hearthwell, we need 4 shards of the Bornmite, 4 white brackish stone. I've got 8, and some nether crystals. So if we get 8 white shards, we should be able to make a couple of light collectors. And I don't know how long it takes to charge them, so we're just going to put them outside here. And obviously it's not light at the moment, but we'll see what happens with those. So I'm just going to leave them alone. And is everything ready now? Are you going to turn into slaked lime? That means, can I get some refractory brick from you? I just need some clay. Let's grab some from over here. And we're not going to need very many. We only need 2 batches of this. So I'm just going to need 2 here, which is fine. And we'll put them in the furnace. Let's put half of you in here. And half of you in here. Don't think we need the rest of those bricks. Let's put those away. And the slag away. And is there anything useful we can do with steel to get started? Obviously, this is immersive engineering stuff. That's going to be fairly soon. Is there anything else in here that I actually want? Well, we can make steel swords. I don't want to make implements, though. Someone did say you can go and vein mine obsidian now with the diamond pickaxe. Sort of. I mean, the point of doing obsidian will be to do something like obsidian tools. Obsidian tools, however... let's say that is obsidian pickaxe. In fact, there's 2 different types. That's interesting. Okay, so one is, let's just see, what kind of, mine level obsidian, mine level diamond. Okay, so those are 2 different things. So the obsidian pickaxe from Forbidden and Arcanus is obsidian ingots, which is obsidian with iron. Okay, so we have to basically infuse it. That will be easy. So that one's not too bad. And that was mine level obsidian. And is that good? Yeah, it's the same as our diamond pickaxe. So instead of spending more diamonds, But given we're about to have sentient cores, that's not going to help. Minor level diamond, however, is that the same as iron? So I think that's probably the best option we have. What I was going to say is this obsidian pickaxe from Pyrotech is not quite as easy because it requires obsidian shards. Those require an obsidian bloom and going through the only through an ironclad anvil, that is, but we're going to get iron pretty easily now. And that requires us to create a wither forge, which requires the bloomery and some upgraded. So we get the nether brick. But the wither skeleton skulls require loot fabricator or mob drops. But we can't get to the nether, so we can't get them that way. So loot fabricator, it heads on into other things that we haven't yet done. For example, steel and industrial machine chassis. So we can't actually make the rest of it yet. So yeah, unfortunately, we can do this sort of obsidian tools. We can't do this one. I'm not sure if that's too much of an effect, but given we're going to get diamonds fairly easily now, I think we shouldn't have much need for obsidian. Anyway, let's just get that going for a factory brick, and then our kiln brick, we just need 2. I guess is the quest, create an alloy kiln, and that opens up quite electrum ingots. Electrums are going to be in the alloy kiln. I need the immersive engineering book to figure out how to make an alloy kiln. I hope it's not going to need 27 blocks again, because I've only made like 8 of them. But we could just alloy gold and silver together to make electrum, as you might expect. So yeah, and there's various recipes for it, all pretty much the same stuff. So there's nothing else there. And that will get us towards the simple machine chassis. We've completed pretty much the center line. This one I just need to go and check the immersive engineering book. And let's see what that says. Ah, good. It does only require 8 bricks, and 8 of the kiln bricks, and they are relatively easy to actually do. We just need an engineer's hammer, wherever I left mine. Should be in this box if I put it in a consistent place. Did I put it in a consistent place? No, I did not. Where's my engineer's hammer? Is it up on one of these? Nope, it's not there either. Okay. You know when you have a nice place to put things and then you forget to put it there and then you can't find it whenever you want it? That is me. Every single time I need a tool. There it is. You have it somewhere. Okay, and where's our kiln brick? There we go. And let's just get rid of that mode. Don't really like that for normal use. Where should we put this? I think there's a bit of a room over here, and we'll just basically get rid of you. There we go. Hopefully that's not going to break through to the outside. And there is snow there. I wonder if heat will transmit. Probably not. Hopefully not. And there we go. We have 1 kiln. Cool. So we just need some gold and silver. I think I have some silver ingots. Is that a silver ingot? It is a silver ingot and a gold ingot. How much electrum do I need? 4. So it's probably going to be 2 of each of the ingots. Let me just get rid of some stuff. There we go. So 1 of you, sorry, 2 of you, 2 of you, and we'll just dump them both in. Hopefully that will make 4. Otherwise, well, I'll have to go get some more. But then I just need some, hopefully charcoal. If not, I may need some coal coke. But nope, that looks like it's going to work just fine with charcoal. So that's going to make me up some electrum, which will get that quest done, leaving us with next episode to head the rest of this line, which will then complete Chapter 3. Chapter 4 heads us into what... Oh, that's the one I want. The Mystical Ore Puller. It is a huge multi-block which goes upwards. You still need the liquid souls, but it will start generating sort of random ores, it looks like. So Chapter 4, there you get a basic capacitor bank and a meteorite compass. It's basically saying you're going to need applied energistics, and, well, we need to go and explore because we need to go and get those presses. So, yeah, having a meteorite compass is very much worthwhile. And this heads across into the usual Enderio stuff. Applied energistics 2 down the bottom, and then what is it over here? That looks like immersive engineering. Oh, hang on. Is that immersive engineering? No, that's what used to be MFR. Is that immersive engineering? Immersive. No. I can never remember the name of it. Yeah. Someone in the comments will no doubt correct me. Used to be called MFR. There we go. Electrum ingots. That is enough for Chapter 3, and no rewards. Aww. Could we please have some rewards for these? And the simple machine chassis, that's going to need steel, so I need to put more iron through, which isn't a problem now. So let's just go and see how our iron processing is being done. So here's the grinder, which has got everything there. The iron rocky chunks can go in here. And at the bottom, I've got a full stack of iron chunks. This should make double the amount in a furnace. So we can pop that in there, and that will just generate nice amounts of iron for us. So yeah, pretty happy with that. Hopefully you are too. I mean, that giant stack of iron should be enough for you to give it a thumbs up, shouldn't it? And as a complete segue, that brings us to the end of the episode, at least for today. Massive amounts of ores available now in your game. And that's a good episode for me. So yeah, we'll see you next time for some more Glacial Awakening. Do give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy that stack of iron, or only the stack of lapis. Maybe I'll show you a stack of diamond next episode, you know, just for a bit of a change. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. As always, guys, feel free to subscribe, share, leave comments for other people. The tips and tricks are very much appreciated. And thanks to everyone who contributed towards this episode by commenting on the last one. All right, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.